Welcome to English Prime Podcast. Let's get started.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back to English Prime Podcast. Here, we learn real English through simple conversations, daily life stories, and powerful communication tips. So relax, enjoy, and let's improve your English together. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jake. And yeah, here we don't just focus on English as a subject. We talk about real life, real habits, and things that you experience every day, so you can learn English in a natural way.
Exactly. So instead of just memorizing words, you actually hear how English is used in real conversations. And slowly, you start feeling more comfortable with it.
Yeah, and honestly, sometimes the best way to learn is just to listen, relax, and connect with the topic.
And today's topic is something very simple, but also very interesting.
Something almost everyone can relate to.
Yeah, coffee.
Of course.
But not just coffee. The real question is, why do we love coffee so much?
Yeah, that's actually interesting. Because if you think about it, not everyone likes the taste at the beginning.
Exactly. I remember the first time I tried coffee, I was like, why do people even drink this?
Same here. It's a bit bitter, a bit strong, not something you instantly fall in love with.
But somehow, over time, people start liking it. And not just liking it, they feel like they need it.
Yeah, like I can't start my day without coffee.
That line is so common. And it makes me wonder, do people really need coffee? Or is it something else?
Maybe it's not just about the drink. Maybe it's about the feeling, the habit, or even the moment that comes with it.
Yeah, like sitting quietly with a cup of coffee in the morning, or taking a break during the day.
Or even meeting someone and saying, let's grab coffee, even though the main goal is just to talk.
Exactly. So today, we're going to explore this idea. Why coffee feels so important in our lives.
And maybe by the end of this conversation, you'll see coffee in a completely different way.
And if you enjoy these kinds of real and simple conversations, please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more conversations like this.
All right, so let's get into it.
So Jake, tell me honestly, do you drink coffee every day?
Yeah, I think I do. It's kind of become a part of my routine now.
Same here. I feel like my day doesn't really start until I've had my coffee.
Exactly. It's like you wake up, but you're not fully awake until that first cup.
That's so true. Sometimes I feel like I'm just walking around half asleep, and then coffee suddenly fixes everything.
Yeah, it's almost like a signal to your brain. Okay, now it's time to start the day.
But that's interesting, right? Because technically, we can start our day without coffee.
Yeah, we can, but it doesn't feel the same.
Exactly. It feels like something is missing.
So maybe it's not really about needing coffee. It's more about being used to it.
Yeah. Like a habit that slowly becomes something you depend on.
Right. And the strange thing is, once it becomes a habit, you don't even question it anymore.
Yeah, you just do it automatically. You wake up, you make coffee, and that's it.
And if one day you don't have it, you feel a little off.
Exactly. Not just physically, but mentally too.
So the real question is, do we actually need coffee? Or do we just feel like we do?
I think that's where it starts getting interesting. Because maybe it's not just about the habit. Maybe it's something deeper than that.
Yeah, I agree. Because if it was only a habit, then it should be easy to stop, right?
Exactly. But for a lot of people, it's not that easy.
Yeah, like people say, I'll skip coffee today. But then after a few hours, they start feeling tired, slow, even a bit irritated.
I felt that too. And sometimes I'm not even sure if it's my body or just my mind expecting coffee.
That's a good point. I think a big part of it is mental.
Yeah, like your brain gets used to this idea that coffee equals energy.
Exactly. So even before you drink it, your mind already believes it will help you.
And that belief itself starts affecting how you feel.
Right. So it's not just the coffee working, it's also your expectation working.
That's interesting. So in a way, we're training our brain to depend on it.
Yeah, slowly, without even realizing it.
And then it becomes something like, I can't function without coffee.
Yeah, that line is very common.
But when you really think about it, people lived without coffee before too.
Exactly. It's not like humans need coffee to survive.
So maybe it's more about how we've built our daily routine around it.
Yeah, like coffee becomes a starting point of the day.
And once something becomes part of your routine, it feels uncomfortable to remove it.
Right. Even if it's a small thing, it still affects your whole day.
I think that's why people feel like they need coffee, because they've connected it with their daily rhythm.
Yeah, and breaking that rhythm feels strange.
Exactly. It's not just about being tired, it's about feeling out of place.
And that's where habit slowly turns into dependence.
Yeah. And once that happens, it's no longer just a simple choice anymore.
Right. It starts feeling like something you have to do.
And I think from here, it starts becoming less about routine and more about how coffee actually makes us feel inside.
Yeah, that's where it gets really interesting. Because when you think about it, coffee isn't just about waking up. It's also about feeling a certain way.
Exactly. For me, it's not just energy. It's more like a calm moment.
Yeah, I get that. Like when you sit down with a cup of coffee, everything slows down a little.
Yes, especially in the morning. It feels like a quiet start before the day gets busy.
Right. It's like your own small space, even if it's just for a few minutes.
And I think people really need that. That little break, that pause.
Yeah, because life is usually fast, noisy, and full of things to do.
Exactly. So coffee becomes more than just a drink. It becomes a moment.
A moment where you're not rushing, not thinking too much, just sitting and being there.
And maybe that's why people feel so attached to it.
Yeah, because they're not just drinking coffee, they're experiencing that feeling again and again.
And over time, your brain connects coffee with relaxation.
Or comfort.
Or even focus.
Yeah, like when you're working or studying, having coffee beside you just feels right.
Exactly. Even if you're not drinking it all the time, just having it there feels supportive somehow.
That's true. It's almost like a silent companion.
Yeah, that's a nice way to say it.
But this also shows something important. It's not really about the coffee itself.
Yeah, it's about what your mind connects with it.
Exactly. Your brain creates meaning around that simple cup.
And once that meaning is strong, the feeling becomes real.
Right. So when you drink coffee, you're not just getting caffeine. You're also getting that emotional comfort.
And that explains why people keep going back to it again and again.
Yeah, because they're not just looking for energy. They're looking for that feeling.
And I think that's where coffee becomes something deeper than just a habit. It becomes part of how people experience their day.
Exactly. And once something reaches that level, it's not easy to separate from it.
Yeah. And maybe that's why coffee is not just personal, it's also something people share with others.
Yeah, that's true. Coffee isn't always about being alone. A lot of times it's about being with someone.
Exactly. Like when people say, let's grab coffee, they're not really talking about the coffee.
Yeah, it's more like, let's sit and talk.
Right. It's just an easy, comfortable way to spend time together.
And it feels natural. You don't need a big plan. Just coffee is enough.
I think that's why coffee shops are always full.
Yeah. People go there to meet friends, have conversations, or even just sit around others.
Even business meetings happen over coffee.
Exactly. It creates a relaxed environment. Not too formal, not too serious.
And that makes communication easier.
Yeah, because when you're comfortable, you open up more.
That's true. Coffee kind of removes that pressure.
And it gives you something to do while talking, which also makes things less awkward.
Yeah, like holding a cup, taking a sip. It fills those silent moments.
Exactly. Those small actions make conversations feel smoother.
And I think that's really important, especially when you're meeting someone new.
Yeah, coffee becomes like a social tool.
A simple one, but very powerful.
Right. It connects people without forcing anything.
And that's why it's so common in different situations. Friends, work, even casual meetings.
Yeah, it fits everywhere.
So now it's not just about habit or even feeling, it's also about connection.
Exactly. Coffee brings people together.
And maybe that's another reason why we love it so much.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like there's another side to this that we don't always talk about.
What do you mean?
I mean, we talk about comfort, habit, connection, but we don't really talk about what's happening inside our brain.
Oh, like the effect coffee actually has on us?
Yeah, exactly. Because coffee doesn't just feel good, it actually changes how we feel.
That's true. Like when you drink coffee, you suddenly feel more awake.
Right. But the interesting thing is, coffee doesn't really give you energy in the way people think.
Really? Then what does it do?
It kind of tricks your brain for a while.
Tricks. That sounds a bit strange.
Yeah, but think about it. Your body already feels tired. Coffee just blocks that feeling for some time.
Oh, so it's like hiding the tiredness?
Exactly. It delays it.
That actually makes sense. Because sometimes after coffee, I feel really active for a while and then suddenly very tired again.
Yeah, that's the crash people talk about.
So basically, coffee is not solving the problem, it's just postponing it.
Right. It gives you a temporary boost.
And I guess our brain starts liking that quick boost.
Exactly. Because it's fast and easy.
You feel low, you drink coffee, and suddenly you feel better.
Yeah, and your brain remembers that.
So next time you feel tired, your brain immediately says, get coffee.
Right. It becomes a quick solution.
So now it's not just emotional or social, it's also biological.
Exactly. Your body and your brain both get used to it.
And that makes the connection even stronger.
Yeah, because now it's not just about habit. It's also about how your body reacts.
That explains why it's so hard to skip coffee sometimes.
Exactly, because now you're dealing with both, your mind and your body.
That's actually deeper than I thought.
Yeah, and this is where things can slowly shift from something simple to something we depend on.
Yeah. And I think that's where not everyone would agree about coffee being completely harmless.
Yeah, I'm actually one of those people. I don't fully think it's harmless.
Really? I mean, it's just coffee.
Yeah, it looks simple, but when you really think about it, it can affect you more than you realize.
I don't know. I feel like as long as you don't drink too much, it's fine.
Yeah, I agree with that part. But the problem is, a lot of people do drink too much without noticing.
That's true. Some people have like 3-4 cups a day.
Exactly. And then they say, I'm just tired. But they don't realize coffee might be part of the reason.
Yeah. I've heard people say they feel anxious after too much coffee.
Right. It can make your heart beat faster, make you feel restless, even nervous sometimes.
Yeah, I've felt that before actually.
See? And the strange thing is, even after feeling that, people still go back to coffee.
That's true. It's like we know, but we ignore it.
Exactly. Because we focus on the good feeling at the start, not the effect later.
So it's a bit like a cycle.
Yeah, you feel tired, you drink coffee, you feel better, later you feel low again, and then repeat.
That makes sense. And slowly it becomes normal.
Right. And when something becomes normal, you stop questioning it.
But still, I feel like coffee itself is not the problem.
Okay, then what is the problem?
I think the problem is how we use it.
Explain that.
Like, if you enjoy 1 cup, relax and move on, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you start depending on it to feel normal, that's where it becomes an issue.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So maybe coffee is not bad, but our relationship with it can become unhealthy.
Exactly. It's more about behavior than the drink itself.
And I think a lot of people don't even realize when that shift happens.
Yeah, it happens slowly.
So in the end, it's not just about liking coffee, it's about how much control it has over you.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't even realize when that control starts.
Yeah. Actually, I remember something from my own experience.
Oh, really? What happened?
So when I first tried coffee, I honestly didn't like it at all.
Same here.
Yeah, I remember thinking, this is so bitter. Why do people enjoy this?
Exactly. It doesn't feel natural at first.
But then I kept trying it, not because I loved the taste, but because everyone around me was drinking it.
Ah, so it was more like influence?
Yeah, a little bit. And also curiosity. I felt like maybe I was missing something.
That makes sense.
So slowly, I started drinking it more often. Maybe once in a while, then more regularly.
And did the taste change for you?
Yeah, that's the strange part.
Over time, I actually started liking it.
Wow. So you trained yourself to enjoy it.
I guess so. But looking back now, I think it wasn't just the taste.
Then what was it?
It was the whole experience. Sitting with a cup, taking a break, feeling relaxed.
Yeah, all the small things around it.
Exactly. And I think my brain connected those good feelings with coffee.
So coffee became a symbol of that moment.
Yes. And that's when it changed from something I didn't like to something I actually looked forward to.
That's really interesting.
And now when I think about it, I don't just drink coffee for the taste.
Yeah,
I drink it for how it makes me feel.
that's a big shift.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people go through the same process. They just don't notice it.
Yeah, it happens slowly, step by step.
And before you realize it, coffee becomes part of your daily life.
Not just something you drink, but something you experience.
Yeah. And I think that's why it's so hard to separate from it once it becomes part of you.
Yeah, and I actually had a moment like that recently.
Oh, really? What happened?
So one day, I decided I wouldn't drink coffee at all.
Just like that?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could go through the day without it.
And how did it go?
Honestly, not as easy as I thought.
Yeah, I can imagine.
At first, everything was fine. I woke up, got ready, normal start. But after a few hours, I started feeling slow, like my energy dropped.
Was it physical or more mental?
That's the interesting part. I think it was mostly mental.
Like your brain was expecting coffee.
Exactly. It felt like something was missing, even though nothing was actually wrong.
That's so relatable.
Yeah. And then I caught myself thinking, I just need one cup and I'll feel better.
That thought comes so quickly.
Exactly. And that's when I realized it wasn't really about being tired. It was about what my brain was used to.
Yeah, that automatic connection.
Right. Coffee wasn't just giving me energy, it was giving me a feeling I was expecting.
So what did you do? Did you drink it?
No, I waited.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And after some time, that feeling slowly went away on its own.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And that's when I realized something important.
What?
Sometimes we don't actually need coffee. We just think we do.
That's a powerful realization.
Yeah. And it made me see my habit differently.
Not just as something normal, but something you can question.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people never stop to notice that.
Yeah. And maybe that's where understanding our habits can really change the way we live.
Yeah. And I think that's the main point here. It's not really about coffee being good or bad. It's about how we use it.
Exactly. Because honestly, enjoying coffee is completely fine.
Yeah. One cup, enjoying the moment, taking a break. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I think the problem starts when people begin to rely on it for everything.
Right. Like using coffee as the only way to feel awake or focused or even relaxed.
Yeah. It becomes like a quick solution for every situation.
And the issue with quick solutions is they don't really solve the real problem.
Exactly. If you're always tired, maybe the problem is your sleep, not the lack of coffee.
Yeah. Or if you feel stressed, maybe you need rest, not just another cup.
That's true. I think one mistake people make is they don't stop and ask why they need coffee.
Right. They just follow the routine without thinking.
And when you don't question your habits, they slowly control you.
Exactly. And that's when something simple turns into dependence.
So maybe the goal is not to stop drinking coffee.
But to be aware of it.
Yes, to enjoy it, but not depend on it.
I like that. Use coffee. Don't let coffee use you.
That's a good way to say it.
And I think small changes can help too.
Like what?
Like sometimes skipping a cup or delaying it, just to see how you feel.
Yeah, just to understand your own habit better.
Exactly. Because awareness is the first step.
And once you understand your habits, you can control them better.
Right. Instead of reacting automatically, you start choosing consciously.
That's actually a really important shift.
Yeah. And I think this doesn't apply only to coffee, but to many things in life.
Exactly. Coffee is just one example.
So now we're curious. What about you?
Do you drink coffee every day?
And if you do you feel like you need it or you just enjoy it?
And here's a simple one.
Can you skip coffee for one day without feeling uncomfortable?
That's a good test.
Yeah. And your answer might tell you more than you expect.
So take a moment and think about it. And if you want, you can share your experience too.
All right. So before we end, let's quickly look at some useful English from today's conversation.
Yeah, and these are not difficult words. These are simple phrases that people actually use in daily life.
Exactly. So the first one we used was start my day.
Yeah, like when I said, I can't start my day without coffee.
Right. It simply means the way you begin your day, your usual routine in the morning.
You can use it in many situations. For example, I start my day with a short walk, or I start my day by checking my phone.
Yeah, very natural phrase.
Another one we used was can't function without.
Yeah, that's a strong one.
It means you feel like you cannot work properly or do normal things without something.
Like, I can't function without coffee. Or even, I can't function without enough sleep.
Exactly. And people use it a lot in a casual way, not always 100% serious.
Right. Sometimes it's just a feeling, not a real fact.
Then we also used take a break.
Yeah, very common in daily conversations.
It simply means to stop working for a short time and relax.
Like, let's take a break and grab some coffee. Or, I need to take a break after studying.
And that connects really well with our topic, because coffee is often part of that break.
Exactly.
Another useful one is depend on.
Yeah, we talked about that a lot.
It means to rely on something, to feel like you need it.
For example, I don't want to depend on coffee. Or, many people depend on their phones too much.
Yeah, that's a good real-life example.
Then we also mentioned cut back on.
Yeah, that one is really useful.
It means to reduce something, not stop completely, but use less of it.
Like, I'm trying to cut back on coffee, or I need to cut back on sugar.
Exactly. It's very practical.
And one more phrase we use naturally was feel refreshed.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
It means to feel fresh, active, and more energetic after resting or taking a break.
For example, I feel refreshed after a short nap. Or, a cup of coffee makes me feel refreshed.
Simple, but very useful.
Yeah, and the best part is, these are all phrases you can start using immediately.
Exactly. You don't need complicated grammar, just use them in your daily life.
And over time, they will start feeling natural.
So try to notice these phrases, and maybe even use one or two today in your own sentences.
Yeah, and now it's your turn to speak a little.
Don't worry, keep it simple.
We'll give you a few easy questions.
First, do you drink coffee regularly?
And if you do, why do you like it?
Is it for the taste, the energy, or just the feeling?
And here's another one.
How do you feel when you don't drink coffee?
Do you feel normal or a bit low?
And one more.
Can you go one full day without coffee?
Try to answer these questions in English.
Yeah, you can pause the video and take your time.
Even if your sentences are not perfect, it's okay.
What matters is that you try.
Exactly. The more you speak, the more confident you become.
And slowly, your English starts feeling natural.
So don't just listen, speak as well.
And if you really want to improve your English through real conversations like this,
Make sure you subscribe to English Prime Podcast.
Because here, you're not just learning English,
You're learning how to use it in real life.
and that makes a big difference.
Yeah. So before we end, let's quickly recap what we talked about today.
We started with a simple question. Why do we love coffee so much?
And we realized that it's not really just about the taste,
Yeah, it's about the habit, the feeling, and the routine.
and also the comfort, that quiet moment people enjoy with a cup of coffee.
Right. And how coffee also helps people connect with others.
Then we talked about how our brain links coffee with energy and relaxation.
Yeah, and how that connection can slowly turn into dependence.
So in the end, it's not about stopping coffee.
It's about understanding your habit.
Exactly. Enjoy it, but don't rely on it too much.
And along the way, you also learn some useful phrases.
Like start my day, can't function without, and take a break.
And also depend on and cut back on.
Simple phrases, but very useful in daily conversations.
Yeah, and the more you use them, the more natural your English will sound.
So keep practicing and keep noticing how English is used around you.
Yeah, and remember, you don't need to be perfect.
Just stay consistent, step by step, day by day.
Because real improvement takes time, but it does happen.
And we're here with you in that journey.
So keep learning
Keep growing.
and keep enjoying the process.
All right, that's all for today.
We'll see you in the next conversation.
Take care and bye for now.
Bye, everyone.